Hey, the Blu-ray Jedi here, back with another video for you guys, and this is going to be the weekly rewind of what I did get a chance to watch from last Sunday through this past Saturday night. So, seen quite a bit of decent stuff, some mediocre stuff. So let's kind of get into it. I'll start with what I watched on this past Sunday. Finally checked out the Mist pilot that debuted a week ago, last Thursday, I believe. Still not real sure what I thought about the pilot. I haven't watched episode 2 yet. I may watch that tonight. But the pilot itself, all I can really say is I'm interested to see where they go with this. I really wasn't sold on the idea of a TV series based on The Mist. If you guys know anything about The Mist, it's a short story from Stephen King, and there's not a whole lot to the actual story itself. I really loved the movie, though. I thought the movie did an exceptional job with the material. But I mean, that's a roughly hour and 45 minute to 2 hour movie. I'm not sure how they're going to go about doing this on an entire season of a show and going forward. As far as the pilot itself, like I said, I'm interested to see where they go with it. I thought a lot of it was kind of the special effects and stuff were kind of, you could tell it was being done on TV, and you could tell it was on that kind of a budget. Some of it was not very good. The Mist itself was a little strange. The cast, I'm not overly sold on the cast either. Nobody in the cast kind of grabbed my attention really at all. Very by the book, typical tropes. Like I said, there was enough there for me to watch another episode or two and see where it goes with it. Like I said, I'm interested to see how they proceed, to see how they make this go on for a decent length of time as far as a TV show. But as far as the pilot, my grade, I'm going to give it a C-. I struggled with getting it a C-, D+, but I bumped it to a C- just because of the fact I'm still interested to see where they go with it. So we'll see. Like I said, hopefully I'll watch the second episode and hopefully it gets a little better. Also, Sunday I watched the first 2 episodes of Blood Drive, the new grindhouse type show that is on Sci-Fi on Wednesday nights. And unlike The Mist, I kind of really like this show. It is bizarre, it's crazy, it's wild, it's messed up, it's grindhouse. It's pretty much all I can say. Both these episodes, the pilot and episode 2, I'm going to give a very strong B+. I was just thoroughly entertained, a little disturbed, and it was just a lot of fun. It stars Alan Ritchson and Christina Ochoa. Both these two I thought were really good as the 2 lead characters. It's just basically about Alan Ritchson's character is Arthur, and he is a cop. And Kristen Ochoa is part of this other kind of underground grindhouse type group. It's basically a cross-country race with twist after twist, disturbing thing after disturbing thing. But in the end, it's a pretty entertaining, fun show. So, like I said, those first 2 episodes, enjoyed them a lot. Gave them both a solid B+. And the other thing I finished up on Sunday, I watched the season 4 of Silicon Valley. And every year, I just love this show. The writing, the acting, the people involved with this show are just awesome. It's funny. It's, like I said, it's written really well. I'm going to give the season a solid A. Wasn't my favorite season of the 4, but still extremely solid. Look forward to see what they do in season 5. Kind of just disappointed to see TJ Miller's going to be gone, but he's gotten pretty popular, so kind of makes sense. He's off. He's got Deadpool to go shoot, so we'll kind of see how season 5 goes. But as far as season 4, really enjoyed it. Good, solid grade is an A. We'll move on to what I watched. Did not get anything to really watch Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday night, I did watch Power Rangers. Thoroughly surprised by this movie. really, really enjoyed it. Didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much. Thought the cast of the Rangers, the people, the kids and young adults, they got cast in those roles as the Power Rangers were really good. Enjoyed every one of them actually. Thought the movie was done well, written well, especially the first two acts of the movie. I thought were really, really good. Third act got a little cheesy at times, but was still just a lot of fun. Very surprised by that. Gonna give that a real solid grade of a B. Like I said, enjoyed it. It's something I'll probably watch multiple times. So that was Power Rangers, and then Wednesday night, and then Thursday night, finally got around to watching Glow on Netflix, the original series they just put out about the the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Glorious, same, I guess. Gorgeous ladies of wrestling. And I cannot say enough positive things about this show. It's 10 episodes. They're roughly 30-minute episodes. It's a super easy, enjoyable binge. So if you guys have not checked this out yet on Netflix, especially if you're a fan of wrestling at all, make sure to check it out. It's kind of a no-brainer. Cast and the people involved with this are exceptional. Allison Brie and Betty Giplin are awesome as the two basic main characters. Mark Maron from the WTF podcast is kind of the guy that's kind of in charge of all this in the show, and he is exceptional. Kind of a guy that he does such a good job of making it be a guy that you pull for, but you hate at the same time. And then some of the supporting cast, and Brittany Young and Britt Baron, are really, really, really good in this as well. Like I said, can't say enough good things about Glow. Going to give it a very solid A+. One of the best original series on Netflix I've seen in a while. Probably right up there. One of my favorites, probably right up there with the first season of Daredevil, but completely different, but still just an awesome show. If you guys haven't checked that out, do so. Then we'll get into Thursday. Like I said, I did finish Glow, the last 2 episodes on Thursday. Also went and saw Baby Driver, and another film I cannot say enough good things about. I hope everybody goes out and sees this, supports Edgar Wright, supports the cast of this movie. We always complain that there's no original content or movies in Hollywood anymore, and this movie is just awesome. Can't really say too much more about it. Edgar Wright's direction in this movie, his plan, his whatever he did with this movie, it just worked. I've done some reading where this is kind of a dream project of his that he's worked on for almost 22 years. His labor of love, and it is just exceptional. Everybody involved in this cast is exceptional. Ansel Elgort is amazing as Baby. Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey. All these people in this movie are just exceptional. Their roles are awesome. John Bernthal's in this movie very shortly, and even his role, it's 5-10 minutes of screen time, is really done really well as well. So, and the last thing about that, if you're a fan of music in movies, I mean, you're not going to see anything better than this. The way they use the music in this movie is something I don't think we've ever seen in a movie. So if you guys haven't got a chance to go out and check out Baby Driver, please do so. Please support this movie. And obviously, I'm going to give this an A+. It's right up there in probably my top 3 of the year. Right now, it's between Logan, Baby Driver, and Wonder Woman. And not really sure what order I want to rank them yet. But yeah, if you haven't seen Baby Driver, please do so. And then also on Thursday night, after getting back from seeing that, I did watch episode 3 of Blood Drive. Enjoyed this episode as well. I did not like it quite as much as the first 2 episodes, but I'm still going to give it a solid B for the 3rd episode. And kind of how this is going, it's taking a kind of something, a trope of Grindhouse, and every week they're kind of dealing with it. Whether it's, I mean, it's anywhere from cannibalism, monsters, freaks, racing. It's just kind of mutants stuff. It's just kind of stuff like that. They're just tackling. They come across some kind of like grindhouse trope every week. Like I said, the third episode, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't up to par as the first two episodes of the show, but still a real solid B. And then Friday night, I watched You Get Me, which is another new Netflix original movie. This one is starring Bella Thorne. Like a lot of people I've seen review this on YouTube, wasn't the hugest fan of this. Pretty typical type of movie. Teenager hooks up with two teenagers hook up. One of them goes a little bit psycho as far as because the main character ends up back with his original girlfriend, and she kind of doesn't want that to happen, so she's doing all this stuff to prevent them from being together. Like I said, nothing original about this movie. I will say the one positive thing about it was Bella Thorne. I thought every time she was on screen is when the movie was at its best. I mean, she played the character exceptional. She's just got a screen presence. Going back to the first season of Scream on MTV. I mean, she was fun in that. She kind of stole whenever she was on. But like I said, she was definitely the highlight of You Get Me. Going to give it basically just because of her performance and how well she played the character, a C-. It was another one I was kind of struggling with giving it a D+, C-, but she kept me enthralled enough when she was on screen, so I gave it a C-. And then the last thing I watched this week, which I watched last night, was Mississippi Grind. This is from Anna Borden and Ryan Fleck. They're kind of a team that have worked on several movies throughout the past. Half Nelson, Sugar. It's kind of a funny story. This is starring Ryan Reynolds and Ben Mendelsohn. Basically, the two characters meet up. Ben Mendelsohn's character always is having issues with money. He's got a gambling issue. He can never quit when he's ahead. Meets up with Ryan Reynolds, and they kind of get this plan to try to get Mendelsohn's character out of his predicament, his debt that he owes. So basically, it ends up kind of being a road trip / gambling movie as they go down. They basically travel along the Mississippi River, and didn't know a whole lot about this movie going into it, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was shot well. The directing and writing was done really well by Anna and Ryan in this movie. Ryan Reynolds and Ben Mendelsohn were awesome on screen together, had great chemistry, and just a fun movie. If you guys are into road movies or enjoy movies about gambling movies in general, make sure to check this out. I watched it on Amazon, so I know it's streaming there. I'm not sure where else it's at. I know there is a Blu-ray of this out as well, I believe. So I'm going to give it a grade of a B. Like I said, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a fun movie, done well. So, all right, that is my weekly rewind for what I watched this week and some quick thoughts and my grades and everything I did watch. So, let me know if you guys have watched any of this stuff down below in the comments. Let me know what you thought of any of this stuff if you have watched it. So, would like to see what you guys think of some of the stuff I did watch. So, alright guys, that is it. As always, you can follow me on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, at the Blu-ray Jedi. And until next time, keep it blue.